Well, John, as you said last night, I suppose you're going to make a number of changes for the game tomorrow night.
We've had really intensive couple of weeks going back to even to the Waterford League Cup game. So look, we're going to make at least 10 changes. But the good thing is, obviously, Conor McCarthy, Chidozie, Keane Coleman, Craig Donlan, all come into play, and it's a situation where obviously then we have all the lads that have been on the bench, and so they're all going to get a run. So I suppose the good thing for us is that we have a very strong bench, and it's important for them all to get a run.
Do you expect Derry to make similar amount of changes?
I wouldn't think so. I expect Derry probably to play their strongest 11. I think they'll play with McBride and Barry at centre back. I think they'll play with Patterson up top. So it is a quarter final. The situation with us is that personally I prefer not to make as many changes, but we've no choice with the volume of games we've had and with the condition of the lads. But at the same time, I'm still confident with the players we have coming in. They're all guys who have been in the first team, so it's a real opportunity. So we're still very strong, and I'm expecting us to win the match.
And it's been a busy couple of weeks, especially with all the home games and stuff, so you're hoping fans still come up Monday night.
Yes, it is difficult, obviously, fans with the costs and everything, but still it's a quarter-final in the League Cup, and plus the fact, as well as that, it gives them a chance to see some of our under-19s that have done really well, and expose them to this level of football and the pressure of this football. So it'll be a good test to see how they stand up, because we've a lot of faith in a lot of them coming through, that we think they can go on to first team football. But it's when you see them in this type of situation, it shows whether you think they'll make the step up or not.
I imagine confidence is sky high after the last 3 wins, and I suppose that's kind of contagious, rubs off on the rest of the squad.
Yeah, there's a great feeling, and it's like, as I said, when we did 3 draws, I felt the confidence was down a little bit after getting the wins. It's been fantastic, and there's a great buzz around with the lads, and 3 wins in a week. They can see that we work really hard. A lot of new players come in this year. The pre-season was very difficult, but I think the players now realise, and they can see that the work we're doing every day, training, their performance on the pitch, and after this week it should be a good indicator to show that we're back 3.5 months. First third of the season is over. We're on the coattails of Dundalk, and there's a lot more to come from this team, and I think the lads believe that, and that's all positive.
John, after winning the President's Cup, obviously the League Cup is another trophy when you'd like to win as well.
Yeah.
You're taking it seriously, obviously, you've gone up to win every game, but
yeah,
we're only 2 games away from a possible final, let's say.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I suppose the question with it, Noel, is that, at the end of the day, there's, obviously the 2 major competitions are the League and the FAI. The League Cup is the third, so we're in the quarter final. We have a home draw. As I said, ideally you would prefer not to have made as many changes, but at the same time, the other side of that is that we have all the lads who are on the bench who have first team experience, who all want the game. They all want to get back into the first 11. So it's an opportunity for them all, and they're all lads like Mark, Danny, Dooley, Turner, Colin, Gavin, Michael. They've all played in the first team, so they're all very experienced guys. Obviously, Alan Smith, gets another opportunity, and so from that point of view, it's we still have players who have huge amount of experience. So from our point of view, it's a game that we feel we'll win, and the lads are bursting to get going, and I'm expecting a really big performance from them.
Out of 4 younger lads that you mentioned there, do you hope over the 90 minutes you'll get a bit of it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some of them will start. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I suppose in some ways you have to be careful, because the game, it finishes on the night, so you could have extra time and whatever. But at the same time, some of them will start, and I plan that certainly that they'll all get a run.